the voice of Jehovih came to God Neph, saying, Behold, the time draws near when Aph, my son, shall commit the care of Hored, and her affairs to another god, for 400 years. This, then, is the commandment of your Creator, O God. Hored shall advance to the second resurrection. But the first resurrection shall be established with my lords. And when the Lord of earth has a sufficient number of souls who are advanced to take the second resurrection, then they shall be brought to this, my holy place, where they shall be further prepared, even for the next resurrection. And this resurrection process was accomplished. And for the first resurrection, heavenly kingdoms with thrones for the lords were established, both on the earth, and also in the divisions of the lords. 33 years were allotted to these lords' kingdoms for resurrection, because 33 is the division of Dan corresponding to 100 Dans to each cycle, since ideally, a Danha length is 3,300 years, despite its average length being 3,000. Accordingly, every 33 years after that, there was one migration of a group from the Lord's first resurrection to that of Hored, which was God Neph's second resurrection. In accordance with that, the light of Dan fell on 200 years, 400 years, 500 years, 600 years and 1,000 years, which became the base of prophecy for each cycle from that time forward, for a long period. God Neph said, Close the gates of Hored, and from this time forward, only those of the second resurrection may enter. And it was so. And God extended Hored over Japheth, Shem and Ham, to the second degree. But of Gautama, her heaven was as follows. The Lord made 2 kingdoms, the first and second resurrections, and allotted the first to a proxy in his own name, but over the second he presided in person, teaching his people by proxy of God in Hored. For the distance of the sea lay between these heavens, and the access could not be made in the diminutive light of 33. Nevertheless, the Lord and his attendants maintained an Etherian ship that enabled him to cross the sea at intervals of 11 years. Accordingly now, in the second resurrection, new colleges were established in heaven, and the spirits began the study of elements and illustrations in S and Us, which is to say, the examination of elements as they transitioned from their spiritual to corporeal form, then dissolved back, returning once again to their spiritual form, and the process of travel, and of carrying corporeal entities, while remaining in the spiritual realm. And these spirits were at times, under Ashars, taken down to mortals, to assist in miracles and legerdemain, which in common vernacular is magic or sleight of hand. For the lessons in the second resurrection embrace the mastery of corpore analysis and synthesis. After the first year of God Neph in Hochuan, he went there every 11th year, and remained 1 year of the earth's time, so that in 200 years he made 18 visits. Now on his first visit he brought back with him a certain number of volunteers, who had been those raised by the Ark of Noah, and the next visit he brought back twice as many as the first, and the next time, 3 times as many as the second, and increasing for each of the 18 visits. And with the last visit, it was estimated that in total he had brought back 1 billion volunteers. And they were raised to the second resurrection, having been under the training of the gods and goddesses of Hochuan, under the direction of Aph, son of Jehovih. And now that the time of Dan was drawing near, and Aph was expected to return to provide for the ascent of Jehovih's harvest, God Neph looked up with a cheerful heart, for it was evident that by the expiration of the 200 years from the submersion of Pan, many of the spirits delivered from the earth in that day would be prepared to take the second resurrection. And on that, God Neph prophesied, saying, Through you, O Jehovih, in another 100 years I shall have delivered them into Etheria as your brides and bridegrooms.